Okay, what we're going to talk about today is actually adding attendance, and we're going to look at a really easy way to do this. I'm working in the Baldwin High School site because I realize they do not have a group roster created, and that's what we're going to do. First thing I'm going to do is go into rosters, build a roster for a group. Notice over to the right, there is no group roster here created. I'm going to add a group roster. Go down to the bottom right, click Add New. We're going to name this Snack. I'm going to assign it to Miss Emily. Bottom right, Save and Close. And you see now we have a group snack roster for Emily. I'm going to close this window. The next thing I'm going to do is come over to Group and Snack. We've got to clean this roster up now, and we're going to do this by checkbox. Everywhere you see an individual with no grade, that should be an adult. And unfortunately, we have to remove those adults in order to clean this roster up. So I'm first going to sort it so that all of the adults populate at the top. I'm going to select all, and I will begin unselecting the ones that the adults. While I am deselecting these individuals to clean this roster up, I want to talk about the different rosters. It's important that you don't go in now and create a roster for first hour and a roster for second hour. That pretty much defeats the purpose of what I'm going to show you. So this snack roster will be the only roster that you work with. This will be your master roster. The second thing I want to share is if you build this roster and tomorrow you go in and you make some students inactive, they are going to continue to populate on this roster until you clean this roster up again. And we'll actually look at how we're going to do that. So remember, use one roster and make sure you go through the process of cleaning it up to remove students that you have made inactive. And you know, there's always a caveat with KN. There might be a way that we discover later that there is a way that you can do it and not pull up inactive students. We've just got to explore and see if it works. A lot of adults here. Once we get this roster built, though, this master roster, this little piece, this time-consuming piece will end. And I'm going to come right here and grab this one and go back the other direction just to make sure that the roster I create for Emily is good. Now, once I've done all that, I'm going to update my roster. And there you go. Now, we are seeing students currently that are inactive. My next step is to go in and highlight them by clicking on them, and they will turn red. Oops. Have a little more turnover at the high school because they get involved in other activities. I don't know how this one not registered got in there. We overlooked them somehow when I was clicking it all off. Looks like we're at the end. I'm going to save the roster. Cleans it up, and now I should have a great master roster that I will be able to take attendance from. As you can see, it's really clean. So let's go up to attendance. We're going to do attendance, add attendance on a grid. What I want to show you is the multiple activities option, so let's click there. Time-based answer will be no. If you are on a Mac, if you use your Shift key and left click, it will let you select all 3 activities that are in your daytime. If you're on a PC or a Dell computer, laptop, use your Control key and your left mouse click to select those 3. Come to the bottom right, hit continue. If you want to do your attendance every Friday, I'm going to go back up to February and just click February 1st through the 5th and click continue. I'm going to use the group roster that we just created called Snack. Include inactive participants? No. That's the one little button that I'm hoping will keep your roster clean, your attendance clean when you do this. Click continue. There are all the students that are active. I can come in, select them all and then deselect the ones that were absent on a particular day, and so forth. Now here's the beauty of this. Because I highlighted all 3 sections just a moment ago, I am now entering attendance for all 3 sessions. I'm doing it at one time. I'm not rolling attendance any direction. I'm not copying anything. I'm entering attendance at one time. I've cleared everything out because I don't want to mess up anything Emily's done. I'm not going to click save. You would, however, click save, and your attendance is done. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will be more than happy to help you. Thanks.